the belief now that not only am I what I have and what I do, but I also become what other people think of me. So my reputation becomes something really, really important. And young people, we call this peer pressure. We call this the time in a young person's life when what other people think of them is really very important. So we go around and we're taught, as young people, that it's important to get along. It's important to fit in. It's important that other people like you. It's important for you to realize that if you're not liked by your friends, you're not going to be very happy. You're not going to get the things that you want for yourself in your life. And so now we've taken this little beautiful creature who just showed up from a microscopic dot, and everything was handled for it. And it wasn't doing nothing. It was just being done. And we've imposed 3 really harsh kinds of requirements on this person. Forget all of this. Forget this little bundle of perfection, that was created by God and is a piece of God. And let's set it over here and let's create a new one and make it believe that it has to accomplish, it has to accumulate, and it has to win the approval of other people. Now, what I have learned over the years is that if someone, I gave a seminar not too long ago, and someone wrote me a letter and said, the seminar did not live up to my expectations, okay, and was sort of complaining about whatever that was. And I got thinking about that, like there were 1,000 people at the seminar, and if I have 1,000 people who come to my seminar, all with expectations, how in the world am I going to deliver a seminar and meet everybody else's expectations out there? How is it possible to do that? You can't focus. You can't go out there in front of an audience. You can't perform. You can't do anything in that focused on whether you're going to be approved of or liked or accepted by all of the people that are out there. One of the things that you discover and you learn is that you have to become independent of the good opinion of other people. And as I told each one of my children as they were growing up, I'm not focused on, whether people like you or don't like you. You can't be responsible for that. In fact, you should forget about your reputation. It's a meaningless construct because it doesn't exist within you. You don't have a reputation that is going to be something that you can hang on to and use wherever you go. If you give a talk to 1,000 people, you got 1,000 reputations. And maybe will they walk out and you'll ask them, what was it about it? Did you like it at all? And you get 1,000 different responses. That's the way the world is. And the greatest political landslide in American history, I think it was Mondale and Reagan. I think that's what it was. It was they said it was just a disaster for Mondale because he lost. 45% of the people voted for Walter Mondale for president. 45%. So when you get half the people plus a few percentage points, you got a landslide. So you're looking for, landslides are half the people plus 1 or 2, and you're doing great, But all the people, everybody that you meet, trying to please everybody out there all the time. So it would seem to me that a person who is focused on who they are, rather than on what other people's expectations are, would be someone who wouldn't at all be concerned about what other people think of them, what their reputation is, and so on.
So you change from appearances to what I call quality thinking. Quality. What is the quality of my life? Rather than how does it appear to others? The quality versus appearance in your life means that you get that inner candle flame working in a way that gives you quality. Maslow, in defining self-actualizing, no-limit people, said they are independent of the good opinion of other people. Of the good opinion of other people. Independent of it. They're so busy advancing confidently, doing the things that make sense, and bringing success to changing their baby's diaper, and bringing success to weeding their garden, and bringing it to the job. They bring it on the airplane so that when they run into somebody who is rude to them, a stewardess that is rude, they don't see it as an attack on them. It's just where they are, and they send them love. Help them a little bit, They're kind. When somebody wants to get in on the freeway, and they're one old temptation when they were on the 1 to the 6 side was to say, oh yeah, nobody's getting in front of me. I'm getting there first. It's like, they slow down a little bit. They don't have all that type A stuff of having to beat somebody else and having to defeat somebody. It's a new way of being.
I remember when someone in South Africa, a reporter asked me what I had to give up in order to be able to do what I've done in my life. I thought and thought and thought, and I said the only thing I've ever had to really give up is fitting in. It's feeling like I need to fit in, because it just isn't important to me to fit in or to be seen as someone who goes along.